branding expert and a coach, international successful entrepreneur. Our guest, Maria Cisco. Welcome to the show, my friend.
Hi, Janet. Hi, everyone. And thank you so much for having me here. I'm very excited to be here finally. Very awaited
Yes, yes.
moment.
Again, Maria, I said this off cam and I'll say it again. I know you're a very busy person, time difference, schedule, and everything, but you said yes, and you are here with us on the show. Thank you so much, my friend.
It's my pleasure, really. Thank you for having me.
Yes, Maria, I'm excited. I know our listeners and viewers are excited also. I mean, you have like 157 plus. It's growing followers on TikTok, and that's
Yeah.
massive. Huge likes, huge views, huge, massive following. And I know, and our viewers and listeners know your story. But for all those who are, living in a cave out there, give us an overview, who or what influenced you to be in this position of greatness, touching people's lives. I've seen your coaching clips, really one to one, reaching out, giving us values after values. But before that success, before this, before you, what's the story? The floor is yours, my friend.
Okay, so the story is gonna be a long story, but I will make it as short as possible. Okay, so it all started when I moved from Italy, my home country, to Dubai 7 years
Mm,
ago.
mm.
And I decided, like, I never felt really at home in Italy. It wasn't my scene really. And I moved around Europe for a while, and then I decided, okay, let me go to Dubai. When I came here, I did a brand manager position for a while, but then I didn't really like it until someone called me from a talent agency, and they tell me, hi, do you want to be a talent agent? And I had
Wow.
really no idea what it was. I had no idea it even existed, like a role like that.
Right.
And I said, yes, why not? Just because, to be honest with you, I didn't like the previous job, so I would have taken anything. And when I went for the interview and they actually explained to me what the role was, they explained to me, you will be managing talents, but by talents, we mean influencers, basically. And I didn't know it was a thing. Like, I knew there were agents for actresses, actors, singers, football players, but I didn't
Mm.
know it existed for influencers, right? And I was like, okay, let's do this. So I started being a manager of influencers and being in contact very much with the social media scene, on the side of a creator rather than the brand and the
Right.
consumer.
Right.
And I liked it. I loved it very much because it's very dynamic. I had to meet, like, I got to meet so many people, and even so many different fields, because some influencers, maybe they were automotive, some they were
Mm.
technology, some they were fashion, beauty. So many different things to do and so many different
Right.
clients to meet all the time. And after 1 year that I was in this job, they were so happy with me at the agency, and I was doing everything on my own because I'm also like a very, like, a workaholic type of person,
You're
which,
Wonder Woman. Of course you can do it on
yeah,
your
but
own.
yeah. So which is not always healthy, but I am someone that if I'm passionate
Right.
about
Right.
something, I want to do it all the time. I
Mm.
care about it. So they told me that after 1 year that I was there, they would promote me because they were so happy with me and whatever. And like 10 days before the 1 year was completed, they actually told me, Maria, come to the office. So I was like, wow, now I will get my promotion. And they told me, you're fired. We are shutting down the agency.
What really is that? Is what
Yes.
they
Yes.
fired you?
They fired me like that with no notice. No, okay, they gave me in that moment, they told me you have to stay here 1 month more, basically, but this is your notice. But it's not like it was the opposite of what I was expecting.
Right.
So
Right.
the manager told me, do you want to come with me? I'm also changing agency. So you want to come with me to the other agency? And I said, no way. So I remember that I went in panic mode that moment. You know,
Yeah.
when
Yeah.
you get that adrenaline rush and you
Right.
decide to act based just on your instinct to save yourself, basically. So I went out of the office that day, and I remember that my parents were visiting me here in Dubai. So
Mm.
I had to go pick them up from the hotel in the same moment, like in the same moment I finished work, and I told them they fired me. My mom was already like, oh my God, what are you gonna do
Wow.
now? Like, and I was like, don't worry, mom, I got it. Not true. I was not having shit, like nothing. But I called a friend of mine. I called a
I
friend of
love the
mine.
story. I love the story. You know,
Yeah.
that's the reason why I want you to don't give me teasers a while ago. This is
Yeah.
authentic. Like, okay, okay, okay.
So I called a friend of mine that we were discussing because I've always wanted to be a business owner, and I
Yeah.
knew I would become eventually a business owner, but I
Right.
wasn't in the short term plans. But we were discussing it sometimes, like we should do something. So I
Mm.
called him that day and I said, listen, let's open today. Today they fired me, let's
Ooh.
open today. And he told me he was crazy enough to tell me yes. And he gave me the money to actually start the licensing and everything.
Wow.
And after 2 hours, we were having actually a license.
In Dubai.
Yes.
Wow. Crazy.
So, no, this is how I started actually having my
Right,
own company.
right.
So I took all the business, I took all the influencers on my own and blah, blah, blah. And
What
it
was
was very nice.
was that business connected to you being a personal branding expert coach thing?
No, it
Or
was
oh no.
exactly the same thing that I was doing for the agency. So it was
Oh
influencers
yeah.
management agency. Then when I opened, it was more 2019. After a few months, Corona started, right? And
Right.
we had the boom of TikTok here in the UAE, all over the world, but here in the UAE as well.
Mm.
And I started using it not because I wanted to use it, but because I wanted to understand how it worked.
Right.
Because I wanted to let the influencers I manage pass from Instagram to TikTok and etc. So
Mm.
I was posting the most random things ever. I was laughing alone, even like, I did not plan to have followers or anything like that. I was posting lip
Right.
syncing stuff that were making me laugh just to see how the camera worked, blah
Yeah.
blah blah.
Yeah.
Then after a while, I was in lockdown and I was alone at home all the time.
Yeah.
And like a crazy person, I said, okay, let me post most things on TikTok because it's actually funny. So I started posting just for the sake of like having fun and doing something while I was not working.
Yeah.
And one video went viral.
Yeah.
And I remember that I woke up the day after and I saw 99 plus notification on TikTok. I was
Mm.
like, "Ugh, it's a virus. Coronavirus took me as well." Like, I was like, what is this? And I start seeing that I got so many followers, like 5,000 followers overnight with this video, so many views. And I was shocked. And I was like, oh my God,
Wow.
TikTok is a gold mine, you
Yeah.
know? So from then I started taking it more seriously because I'm someone that if I see a chance, I take it. It doesn't matter what
Nice.
it is.
Right.
Let me see what we can do here. And then I understood it was also a gold mine for the influencers I was managing. So
Yeah.
this is why I started. And I
Wow.
remember that when I reached around 10,000 followers, which is after maybe 2, 3 months since I started the platform,
Right. Right.
TikTok Arabia, they reached out to me and they asked me if I wanted to be in their workshop and understand a
Wow.
bit how TikTok was working, etc.
Mm.
And I said, yes, for sure. Yes,
Right.
I'm there.
Nice.
And this is how the story of
Wow.
me like becoming first a talent agent, then a business owner, then a creator
Yeah.
myself. And I started making money because I knew how to sell influencers to make money
Yes.
for brand collabs, and
Mm.
I knew how to sell myself for the same thing. So with only 10,000 followers, I was already making $3,000 per month on the side,
Mm.
just yes, just for TikTok plus my business. So
Right.
at the beginning, like at the end of last year, I thought, I know so many things about the influencer industry that people don't know, because the more I talk about the influencer industry with people, the more I realize that they have no idea how it works. Like
Yes.
they tell me, oh, but if you have 100,000 followers, you will get brands collaboration for sure, right? No, 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 this is not what they look for, you know? So I started thinking, I have so much knowledge of this, and it's really not used enough because the influencers I manage, they are a restricted number because I am their exclusive manager. So I cannot take 100 of them, right?
Right.
And I have like 10, 15, depends, but mostly 10. Okay.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, let me put out there a course, a short course in which that whoever wants can purchase it and see it.
Mm.
And then the moment I put out there the course, I understood. I loved so much doing this course. You know how much it took me to do one course of like 30 lessons?
How long?
2 days.
2 days. Wow.
Days. Like I was
Wow.
like a machine, like blah 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 blah.
And you're
I
not
didn't have
sleeping,
any
right? No,
problem.
no sleep, just pure
No, no, I
coffee.
slept. I slept very well even. Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. Wow. No,
So.
it's a good story, Maria. I remember when I started on Instagram. This was like 2 to 3 years before the pandemic. I had a friend. He's Sri Lankan, but he's in London, and then
Mhm,
he only got like I remember that I only have like 2,000 followers, and he got five. All right,
mhm,
5,000. Oh, it's the other way around. I got 5,000 followers, and he got only 2,000. But he was like earning $2,000 per month
mhm.
in doing content, and at that time it was like carousels and single post things like that. So when you were telling your story, it was like, yes, that's so true. You don't need to be big. You don't need those numbers. Yes, that's good. It's not bad, right?
Yeah, of course.
But it's not that. It's not all that. Especially now in this creator economy, and people like you who are expert. There's more to it. But I'm getting excited, and I know our listeners and viewers are getting excited as well. You mentioned a lot of keywords there: making money, business, content, platform,
Mhm.
social media, and things like that. All right, let's go. For all the viewers and listeners out there, I'm excited, and I know you guys are. Let's talk about content creation masterclass.
Yeah.
But the point is how to make money and a sustainable business out of it. And
Okay.
who else better to talk about this topic than our beautiful Wonder Woman guest here,
Mhm.
Maria? The floor is yours, my friend. Based on your journey, let's uh let's get this information. Let's get this game. Let's play this game. The floor is yours.
Well, this is interesting because it's exactly why finally I decided to be a personal branding coach. Because I started with like, okay, let's explain influencers how to make money. But the main point is if you want to make money in social media, a lot of money and sustainable, because this is the main problem that people are having, is that they have a boom, they collaborate even a lot for like 2 years, and
And then they're
then
gone.
they're irrelevant.
Maria, I love
Because,
that.
yeah,
Not that I'm a fanboy here, because
yeah.
I am a really a solid fan of Maria on TikTok.
Mhm. I
But I
know.
love that this is where the expertise of a person really comes to shine. Guys, I love how Maria didn't jump into answering and talking about the topic, but she mentioned sustainable, right?
Yes.
It's one story that you earn, like what you've said. You go viral, you get collaborations, you get popular, and then after 2 years, 3 years, 1 year, you're gone. You're irrelevant. So
Yeah.
that's not nice. I love that you focus on how to create a sustainable business out of this. Again, my friend, the floor is yours. Thank you. Thank you.
So, in the moment you want to create a business, you have also to create a brand. And we are talking here about monetizing out of your creator page, which is basically you. It's you. You need to sell yourself as a brand. This is why it's personal brand. Because now, okay, it's not only if you are an influencer, a creator, but also if you want to sell yourself as a doctor. There are so many doctors, for example, on TikTok, or coach like me,
Yeah.
or a personal trainer, or anyone that is using social media to market more their services and create more leads. You need to create a strong personal brand. So what the influencers are doing wrong is that they rely too much on brand collaborations, and all their earning is from there. So they say yes to every single brand collaboration that comes through, to the point that they might not lose the followers because I might like you, so I keep on following you, but they don't have communities anymore because I
Right.
know that you are like a model. So I know that everything you say is just an advertising. I don't see the authenticity, I don't see the relatability, and I just know it's commercial, you know.
Oh
So
yeah.
so this is what I saw the most. sorry, this is what I saw the most, even with my influencers. It's difficult to say no sometimes to money, but you need to say no to money now to make more money in the future. But it's always like this, by the way. This is something that I learned not even by being a creator, but by
Mm.
being a business owner. Because if you want the good, like, future of your company, of your business, whatever, sometimes you need to filter, because you need to save your, it's not really an image or a reputation, but it's like you need to set your standard. This is what I stand for.
I love that.
And
I love that. Yeah.
yeah,
Before you continue, Maria, I just want to say that that is so true because again, business is all about making money, right? But to become a sustainable and successful entrepreneur in this creator economy, it's more than that. You should be focusing on your ethos, your philosophy. Why I always say this: intent comes before content. What is the driving force of you doing it in the first place? Because that is the game changer. And I love that you focus on that. It may be a good deal. Somebody may come and offer you a good deal, but does that align in my ethos and in my philosophy? So it's hard to say no, like what you've said. But believe me, guys, for all the listeners and viewers out there, what Maria is trying to say here is that there are a lot of opportunities. Don't be scared to say no, even though it's a good deal. But focus on, does it connect to who you are as a brand? And trust me, it would
yeah.
make a big difference. Back to you, my friend.
Because it's like the branding values. Every brand has some branding values, which are the pillars of their brand. Is what they always, it's like the evergreen things of their brand. Okay, every brand has it. So you need to be able to do things that make you preserve those pillars, those branding values. Because if you start compromising your branding values, you lose the branding image, you lose your brand, and then you become just a promoter for other brands. And this is why you will become irrelevant at a certain point, because you don't stand on your own. This is the problem.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ah, that's a mic drop there, Maria. That's a mic drop there.
But anyway, like, this is also why when people come to me as a coach and they ask me, oh, I want you as a coach, blah, 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 I ask always two questions, which are, okay, very nice. What are your goals in social media? And what are you most struggling with at the moment? The goals are, like, most of the time people are telling me growth. And why? What do you think it will happen if you grow? Because
Mm,
the problem is the narrative that is out there regarding social media at the moment, it's all based on shortcuts, like quick fixes and this and
yeah.
that, to reach virality, to reach more followers, to reach blah, blah, blah. And even when I hear all these social media gurus telling you how to go viral in 2023, how to, I listen and I'm like, okay, these are the ways to go viral. But why no one explains what do you do once you have 1 million followers? Because
Ooh.
would I want to get 1 million followers if you don't teach me what to do with those followers?
Right, right. Well, those
So,
followers can't pay your bills and buy you food.
so exactly. And once you have this much audience, you have a huge potential, a huge influence. You need to be prepared on how to use
Yeah.
it. So they are teaching people how to go viral because people want to go viral for the
Mm,
wrong reasons. Like, the reasons are validation. Like, I see, because when people go viral, they feel like I succeeded. Okay, now what are you doing with that video that went viral? Exactly. What's happening now? What changed in your life that people now are telling you, wow, wow, or that people are recognizing you in the street? Yeah, but in the moment you try to monetize, are they paying you? Or they're just telling you, hi, you are the guy on TikTok, and finished.
love
So
that.
this brings me to your question about the creating content, because there are different type of contents, okay, different types of content that are all valid. I'm not saying that if you do one thing you are a worse person than if you do another thing, but if you want to monetize in social media, you need to provide value. This is the must, because if you want people to actually pay you, whether they are brands, whether they are customers because you're selling your own services, they need to see that you are bringing a value to the table. Why? Because brands, they pay you when you collaborate with the brand. Like, for example, they tell you, oh, I will give you $1,500 for one TikTok video. What are they basically paying you for is the exposure, is the fact that you know how to create content, maybe, hopefully, and that you have a large audience. Okay.
Right.
So they are renting your audience. But your audience needs to believe in you, because otherwise you don't perform well and the brand will not be a recurring client. And they will also say to other friends, brands, oh, that influencer doesn't perform well. You know what I mean? But yes, because the marketing field is very small. It's a very
Yeah.
small world and they all talk. The other thing, I swear, and the other thing is, if you are a service provider, then your audience is directly your customer.
Mm.
So you need to be providing values, because these people need to trust you. These people need to say, oh, like it's like you and me in this moment. Why I'm in this podcast? Because you saw a video of mine, you
Right.
resonated, you trusted me, you wanted to hear my story.
Well,
Okay, in this
first, I
case,
was in reality, I was attracted because you're so beautiful, and then
yeah,
second, that's where
I-
the inform. No, I was just kidding. No, yeah, but it's true. It's true. It's the it's the value. It's the value.
yes. So what I'm trying to say is this is exactly the same. Like, you need to resonate with this person. And in the moment you provide value, we are already like halfway there. Very good. We have value to promote. But then you need to know how to translate it in the social media
Right.
way of, like, you cannot, like, I see sometimes people that are saying very, very good things on social media, but they take half an hour to say one
Yeah,
thing.
the delivery, right? The delivery.
The delivery of the message is
Mm.
like, you're not interesting, and unfortunately, especially on TikTok, we have this thing that if we don't get like
Yeah. Swipe,
caught,
swipe.
we swipe. So I'm not saying that you need to be super catchy from the first second,
Right.
but a bit, make it short, straight to the point. Like,
Mm.
try to be authentic. This is
Mm.
why I always say to people, you have to be authentic, because when you're authentic, people see it. They want to hear your story.
Mm.
I don't care about people coming to social media to say, oh, today I went to the beach all day. I spent $1 million. And yes, but how did we get there? Like, okay, very nice for you, but teach me how
Right,
you
right.
went to the beach all day and you spent $1 million. Like, I want to know how you arrived to that point. And when you get this down, so even the fact of being kind of catchy, it's not
Mm.
like you have to be a comedian or you have to be super, like, you have to have this skill. No, you just
Yeah.
need to be quite fast, straight to the point, instead of being like, hi guys, my name
Yeah.
is, I'm already scrolling, like, hi guys, no, already, immediately, no, scrolling.
Love that. Love
It's the
that.
same. And then once you have the value down, the way of delivering the message is down, the last thing you need is connect with your audience. You need to create a connection, because too many people are just teaching. And it's very nice, it's very valuable, very catchy, and whatever, but they don't make me feel this person vibes with me. They don't. I know influencers that are able to make a dress sold out for a specific brand, not only because the dress looks good and they are able to make it look better, blah blah, but because people love them so much that sometimes they purchase from them because they want to help them. It's a
Mm.
way to show like respect back. I do
Love
the same.
that.
It's like, okay, sometimes my friends, they post super stupid stuff that I think, why the hell did my friend post this? But because it's my friend, I still put like. It's the same concept. It's,
Ah.
look, I love them, so let's put like. It's the same concept. And people lack of this very much. Like, they go on social media just to take, just to
Mm.
like and thinking creating content is enough. No, 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 no. Creating content is 30% of your job. The rest is building a community. It's everything that
Ooh,
happens behind the scene of your social media.
I love
So
that.
so when people, I remember that video that went viral in which I was saying that consistency is key and you need to go to be consistent, blah blah blah. A lot of people they replied to me, yeah, but like this you burn out. You burn out. Posting every day will bring you to stress yourself and burn out. And it's only 30% of your job. Posting is not even the whole job. So if you think you're gonna burn out just for posting, it's not for you. So live it, live it. And by the way,
Wow.
burning out comes, I always tell this to people, burning out doesn't come for how many times you post or how many hours you work per day. Burning out comes from how aligned you are with what you're doing.
Wow, Maria. That's amazing. Knowledge bomb after knowledge bomb. I was like,
I am
wow.
so wise. I was an
What?
oracle of Vikings in an hour.
Love that, love that, love that. Yeah, all oracles are, full of wisdom and beauty, and definitely you are that. We have a question here
Yes,
from Collins.
yes.
Maria, John, can you please give me 3 startup tips? I'm a new brand and I want to grow online. Any tips that you can advise? So, maybe 3 powerful tips for a startup brand? Yeah. The floor is yours, my friend.
And this is what I would say even to someone that is starting a social media. Because for me, social media is business, okay? The first one, be consistent. So it doesn't matter what happens. It doesn't matter if you have days in which you feel like I'm a failure. Why am I doing this? Keep on showing up at least a minimum every single day. Do a minimum every single day. It's, if you want to translate this in the social media thing, for example, post, you don't want to post a video today, okay, post one story on Instagram, one story on TikTok. Like, do an effort every single day. Consistency, key. The second thing is try to always understand that at the beginning is where you have to put in the most. Like, you need to sacrifice now to see the results later. So this brings me
Mm,
back to saying no to money now to make more money later. Give more now to make people come to you later. Like, you need to build your ground, for whatever it is, whether it's customers, community, whatever it is. You need to build the ground first, and then that ground, it's like an investment. You need to put the money first,
mm,
and then later on you will get the money back. It's the same thing.
right.
And the third um, thing that I want to tell you is, no matter what your business is, always work on your mindset. Because what makes a business successful or no, what makes a social media successful or no, or a person successful or no, no matter what they're doing, it's always how they approach things. Always, always. Because you
Ooh,
can decide to
wow.
approach it. It's true. Like, you can decide to approach it from a vision of, well, I wanted to make 1 million in 6 months. I didn't. So it means that it doesn't work. Let me open something else. No, you need to be able to see things, because every single day it's an opportunity to learn. Every single day is an opportunity to show up for yourself, to show others what you're capable of. And there is always an audience for everything, and always a client for everything. That is always. So
Wow.
even,
Wow.
yeah, that's
Power tips there, guys. Powerful tips. I learned a lot, and I'm sure you guys learn a lot as well. Wow. Again, thank you, Maria. I'm blown away. First, because your story is amazing. A door
thank you.
closed and another one open. It's just like a fairy tale. And then you started like sharing and dropping powerful tips that could really change how we do content and our mindset in social media. It's now geared towards making a sustainable business. Thank you so much. You are such a blessing. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you.
Any releases that you want to promote, feel free. The floor is yours, my friend.
Oh, thank you so much. Well, tomorrow I have actually a masterclass for free. So if you viewers want to join, you can come, you can go to my stories on Instagram right now, and there are some links, you can book your spot there. So that is one thing. But then I have launched last week a new program that I'm doing, which is a mastermind, and it's a next level type of program because it's 3 months, and it's 3 months only for 20 people. So I will be working closely with these people, and it will be honestly a result driven program that we will start from the day one on making big moves, action taking. Let's make a business out of your social media, to the point that after the 3 months, no matter how much you did, but you will feel like now I have a proper business. So
Love
yes, this is
that.
what
Love that.
I am doing in this moment, because it will start on June 19. So there is time until then to actually enroll the 20 people. I already have 3 people in, so 17 seats left. And there is offers for the pre-sale until Saturday. Saturday is the last day of the pre-sale. So yeah.
There you have it,
So,
guys. Please do connect with Maria. I'm sure she can help you in your journey towards success. There you have it, guys. The Wonder Woman, together with, your host, Jan Santos, saying, have a positive outlook in life, smile, and God bless. Maria, thank you so
always.
much.